Good morning, dear student. I hope you all are doing well. I am Rakesh here with my first video lesson on integers.
Before I start my lesson, I need to have a brief introduction of the content which you must have studied in your previous classes. So here I have two sets of numbers. Now can you tell me that what difference do you observe between the two sets of numbers? Yes, it is 0. The first set of numbers starting from 1 to infinity represents the set of natural or counting numbers, whereas the second set of numbers starting from 0 to infinity represents the set of whole numbers. Now, let us have a twist. What if I add minus sign to these counting numbers? Think. Yes, the set will look somewhat like this. -1, -2, -3 and so on. This set represents the set of negative counting numbers. Now, don't you feel like these negative counting numbers are opposite of positive counting numbers or the natural numbers? Yes. These positive numbers are opposites of negative numbers, whereas the negative numbers are opposite of positive numbers. For example, -4 is opposite of 4 and 4 is opposite of -4. -1 is opposite of 1. That's fine. What about 0? Oh, 0 is neither positive nor negative. Now, since we have learned about positive and negative, now it's turn to define them. Positive numbers are the numbers which are greater than 0. You can clearly see on this number line, these numbers are on the right side of 0. They are greater than 0. And the negative numbers are the numbers less than 0. That is on the left side of the 0. Now, when we have defined negative numbers and positive numbers, it's turn to define integers. Integers, a set of all natural numbers, 0 and negative counting numbers. You can see here on this number line we have 0, negative numbers like -1, -2, -3 and so on, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on as positive numbers. The combination of all these represents the set of integers. Now when we are done with the definition of integers, now it's turn to learn how to do mathematical operations on integers. Of course, first we are going to learn how to perform addition on integers. Now, when you have been given two numbers to add, the first possible case is that the two numbers given to you, both of them, they both may be positive or negative. So the rule 1 is for that case only. If two positive or two negative integers are added, we add their values regardless of their signs and give the sum their common sign. Let us have an example. Here I have to add 12 and 24, and both the numbers are having no sign, that means the positive sign is hidden somewhere. So when I have to add them, I'm just going to add their values and put the common sign, that is plus. Is that clear? Now see here the next example. I have to add minus 25 and minus 40. You can clearly see here that both the numbers, both the integers, they are having minus sign. So regardless of the sign, we are just going to add them and put the common sign. Here the common sign is minus. So our answer will have the common sign minus and the sum, that is 65. Isn't that easy? Now let us move on to our next possible case. The next possible case may be that the two numbers which I give you to add, they both may be having different sign. Isn't that? So to add a positive and a negative integer, we find the difference. What do you mean by difference? Difference just means to subtract. And after subtracting, we are going to give the sign of the integer with the greater value to it. Let us see example. Here I have to add two integers, minus 18 and 2. You can see that the two integers are having different sign. Now what to do? Nothing difficult. Just find their difference. So you can see the difference of 18 and 2 is 16. Then what about the sign? We are going to give the sign of the number with the greater value. In these two numbers, the greater value is with 18 and 18 is having minus sign. So our final answer will have the sign minus. Let us see another example. I have to add here two integers, minus 26 and 40. The two integers are having opposite sign or the different sign. You know that we have to find the difference, and the difference is 14. Now in 26 and 40, the greater value is of 40. And what sign 40 is having? It is having plus sign. So our sum will have the positive or the plus sign, that is 14. Isn't that easy? Now since we have learned to add integers, now it's turn to learn properties of addition of integers. So the first property is closure property. Rima had 2 oranges and Swati had 3 oranges. How many oranges do they all together had? Come on, find the answer. Oh, you are very smart. Yes, it is 5. Altogether they had 5 oranges. Here the number 2 and the number 3, they both are integers, and their sum, that is 5, is also an integer. So we observed that the sum of 2 integers is an integer. Let us have some more example. If I find sum of 15 and minus 4, it is 11. 15 minus 4, they both are integers, and the sum is also an integer. 5 and 9, they both are integers, and their sum is also an integer. This leads us to the fact that sum of integers is always an integer, and this is closure property of addition of integers. Let us move on to the next property, commutative law of addition. If A and B are two integers. Then a plus b is equal to b plus a. Don't worry. Here I have an example to explain. Now tell me, what will be sum of 5 and 6? Yes, it is 11. Now